When it comes to those black Hebrew Israelites on the corner, those are tares too, who preach about the white man is Esau. When Esau was a black man with reddish black skin. It wasn't no brown skin baby and no white skin baby that two brown skin people then created out of their womb. It was just two different nations. One was brown skin and one was reddish brown skin. That's who Esau is. Esau is not the white man. Stop listening to those people. And when it comes to the 12 tribes they have, if you know Baba, he was a Freemason who made that tribes calendar. That Black Hebrew Israelites Foundation started with Freemasonry Black Hebrew Israelites. That 12 tribe chart that Freemason made for the Black Hebrew Israelites, how it says all the Mexicans are Hebrew Israelites. No, the Hebrews were scattered in each continent, each country, all across the world. So if you got Mexicans over here and you see some over there, some of those Mexicans are Hebrews, but not that whole group of Mexicans are Hebrew Israelites. Not all of them over there can be like, oh, I'm a Hebrew. No, there's only some of them that look like me, but they are Mexican. Those are Hebrew Israelites. So stop listening to Christianity and stop listening to those Black Hebrew Israelites. I am not a Christian, and I most definitely don't agree with those Black Hebrew Israelites. Both of those are tares. So when you get to asking me questions, remember, I have nothing to do with those Black Hebrew Israelites on the corners, and I don't have nothing to do with.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not concerning to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Kol Holayim La, Al-Banawa, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakat, Kodash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Akwaf, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. And as you heard this reprobate, weird, bugged out Jake speak, he did not quote or even speak or bring out a precept. Okay, he didn't prove his belief. He didn't prove that he stood on actual facts according to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, man. Now, we know and we say continuously, because again, this Jake is just, just gone. Doesn't have it. And it also states because there is no light in them. That means the truth is not in Israelites like this. Okay, African American, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians of this captivity, man. The truth is not in them. The light is not shining within them. We always state and let it be known that our people have been dispersed across the four corners of the earth, man. And he also cut himself by saying that, because that further lets you know that all Israelites are not going to look like John Shaft, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, etc. So if we're scattered across the four corners of the earth, we're going to look like all nations, man. But our lineage, okay, that Israelite or female Israelite, male or female Israelite, their lineage, their pedigree is going to go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Okay? But when we speak, when we teach, when we talk talk in the spirit and speak the good news, which is the gospel, we bring forth the edification. We bring forth the precepts and the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. We prove all things, man. And again, Peter also quoted that. Let's grab that real quick. This is going to be a quick one. I ain't going to take too long on this reprobate, man. You know, I got this from the beloved elder Manaptazak Ba. I want to add my 2 cents on to it. He went on a different topic. I'm going on this topic, so I don't want to write this out. You know, the elder's lesson is edifying, and you know, so is this one for y'all too. This is 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 11. If any man speak, okay, and this so-called man-child, he spoke, and again, which he, you know, I don't know this dude. I don't know his medical history or his intellect or anything like that, but he does stand to look like he's somewhat mentally disabled. So it could be, you know, physically, you know, through diagnosis, or just, you know, spiritually disabled. But either way, you know, his spirit is not in tuned, online, or connected with Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? 1 Peter 4 verse 11. If any man speak, which he did, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. So the oracles of the Most High is his Bible. These words that we speak, precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little, man. We don't give our own vain opinion, because our vain opinion, which vain goes into useless, unprofitable, roughly paraphrasing, it holds no value for the remnant. It's not spiritual food. It's not going to be satisfying to the remnant, man. It's not going to increase their faith. It's not going to help them build a stronger foundation with Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, man. That's why we have to speak the oracles of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai, by bringing out the words of the Lord in our Bible, man. Not what we think. And the reason why we can break it down so thoroughly and precisely is, 1, because we've studied, and 2, because the Spirit is upon us to do so, man. And also, one of the main factors is the fear of the Lord, man. But that's another lesson for another time. If any man speak, let him speak as the oracles of the Most High. If any man minister, which we do, the true prophets, Adawan Ratazah, we are those spokesmen, those seers, those watchmen. Okay, those watchmen, Salakia. If any man minister, let him do it as the ability which the Most High giveth. Okay, and obviously we can tell from what this dude was saying, the Most High didn't give him ability to be able to stand bold on his belief. Again, he didn't bring out no precepts. He didn't bring out no research. He didn't bring out any evidence to make his claims stand firm. Okay? That the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. And you can tell, you know, so-called black people like this, Hispanics, Native and Sindhu Indians, that have this type of mindset, they're not doing all things in the name of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and also in the spirit, and also not giving the glory and the acknowledgement to Yahweh Shai Mashiach, who is unlocking those seals and feeding us the knowledge, man. Okay, because it said our foundation must be built upon a rock, roughly paraphrasing, and that rock is Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Okay? That the Most High in all things may be glorified through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, to whom be praise and dominion forever and ever, man. Okay? Point blank period, man. So we must speak the Bible. We must speak these precepts. We must declare the Lord's words, man. Okay? Because again, those of us, Lord willing, we are those lively stones, those vessels that was predestinated and chosen, again, to be the mouthpiece for the Lord, man. And those that do it, just like in the Acts chapter 17, they study. So when we speak and say something, it comes through diligence. It comes through research. It comes through actually adding that concept and that time in our lives to be able to gain the research of the scriptures, with the history and everything else to know what the fuck we're talking about. Okay? We're not out here just pulling shit out of our ass and say, believe this, believe that. No, we're actually taking things seriously, man. Why do you think Esau has a so-called saying, if you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book, man? A lot of y'all just need to shut the fuck up, man. Real talk, man. Real talk. But you know what? The Lord's going to shut y'all up very soon, man. He's going to shut y'all up very soon, because you coming at the ones that's out here showing you true love, showing you true truth, showing you true love and the truth, really giving you the true chastisement that you need so you can hopefully have salvation. You can hopefully have protection, favor, consideration from the Lord when he brings all hell upon the earth, man. But no, you want to have the spirit of Esau. St. John chapter 8 verse 44. You want to be of your father the devil, man. Because y'all have partaken in their attributes, their characteristics, their traits, and cleaved on to them. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 15 verse 28. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer. So you have a question, we have edification, whatever type of avenue it is, we have studied thoroughly through the power and spirit and words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai to give you the knowledge, the wisdom, and also to what? To give you an answer. So we can know what the hell we're talking about and see. It's a very, very heavy Salakia, god damn it. It's a very what's the word I'm looking for? Salakia. It's a very, very important characteristic we must have, is to actually take heed to how and what we're preaching about, whether it's spiritually correct and also pleasing and acceptable to the Lord, man, because we don't want to transgress and we don't want to err in our ministry, in our declaring the good news, again, which is the gospel, and to feed the sheep. We don't want to feed the sheep any toxins or anything that's vile, anything that's not going to build them up, give them the spiritual minerals and vitamins they need to succeed and prosper day after day, man. So it's very, very important that we actually take what I'm reading right here serious. Proverbs 15 verse 28. The heart of the righteous studieth to answer, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. And this is a prime example of a person that's wicked and that his mouth is just spewing out vomit, madness. Again, he did not prove anything. He did not have any evidence to show forth what he was stating is correct. And we also state and let it be known, not only around the northern kingdom, whether it be the Hispanics, the so-called Latino Hispanic tribes, and the native and Sindhu Indian tribes, and also around the southern kingdom, Judah, Levi, and Benjamin. We also make it known, because he said that, not all Mexicans is Israelites. We never fucking said that. And not all so-called niggas or Negroes, as y'all say, or as y'all want to be called, African Americans, is not all from the tribe of Judah or Jake. Okay? You have a lot of our people that look like they would be Israelites that might be Edomites or might be from another heathen tribe, man. It's not about how you freaking look, man. It's about your spirit within you, man. Okay? But again, but the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things, man. So that's another pure example of a bugged out Jake pouring out evil things, man. Because you think you contending and going against us, and also too, you calling us black. When it has been shown, not only by the prophets, Esau, mocked and scoffed you, put it in the movie Malcolm X to show you the definition of black and white. And you stupid, simple-minded, sottish Negroes still cleave onto that term, man. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. Let me just grab a piece, because I keep on quoting something. Let me grab this, man, because I'm starting to get pissed off just looking at this reprobate, man. This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 21. Prove all things. No, just speak your own vain opinion, and everybody's supposed to believe you. Prove all things. No, just point, point and say black and say they not this, they not that. But yet I don't believe in the Israelites. I don't believe in slave Christianity. But I can speak on God's will. I can put myself in the position in the steed of a prophet. Man, come on, man. 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 21. Prove all things. And he didn't prove nothing. He just spewed out vomit. Said how he felt. Fuck how you feel. What can you prove? Okay, like Denzel Washington said in a Training Day. Fuck what you know. Fuck how you feel. What can you prove, man? What can you prove, man? We are in the information age. What can you prove? Where is the evidence, man? Prove all things. Hold fast. It's like you hold fast that which is good, and you Israelites don't hold fast to what is good, because what is good is His truth, and you won't realize it until it's too late, man. Till when a judgment is flourishing and prospering and devouring the earth, man. It'll be too late then, man. The Lord's gonna bring all these things back to your remembrance right before your eyes, man. Then you're gonna wish, beg, and plead. That Proverbs chapter 1, verse 21 on down, man. Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 1 to 3, man. Okay? Isaiah 66. Matter of fact, I think it's something there real quick. I think I just quoted something that might go with this lesson. I think that's Isaiah 66, if I'm not mistaken, or is that 65? Might be Isaiah 65, so lock it. Bear with me. Isaiah 65 verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. Because that's what you Israelites are doing, man. When you speak against the Lord's chosen vessels, the ones that He has risen to declare, profess, and directly speak it to the public, speak it in this captivity to make His truth and His words known, and you speak against those men, you leave your name a curse. Okay? Because you spoke against the ones that He chose to declare the truth. So with you doing that, you're speaking against the Heavenly Father and His Son. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen, for Yahweh power shall slay thee, and call His servants by another name, man. Okay? So that's the end game from a lot of you Israelites that grab your phone, hit the record button, talk your nonsense, your madness, and then have the pride to upload this on social media platforms like you just ate, as they said, like you just cooked, like you just did something. Like you stood on some type of business. You stood on business to get a judge to literally sign your death certificate, man. Let's close out, man, because the point is made. Let's grab this, man. I ain't gonna go too long on this, because this is what a lot of y'all should do, man. A lot of y'all just need to stick to y'all worldly stuff, man, because you don't got it. Okay, you don't got it. So it's the wrong book. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach, chapter 5, and I'm gonna start off at verse 10. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word, Salakia. Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verse 10. Be steadfast in thy word, Salakia. Be steadfast in thy understanding, and let thy word be the same. And it's not. This is a division. This is not a person that has understanding, that the Lord has not given knowledge and wisdom to. Verse 11. Be swift to hear. Okay, this is what a lot of y'all should do. Just be swift to hear. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Okay? And as a matter of fact, man, I do a lesson on you Israelites, especially you. I know you, when you come into the truth, you green, you want to know this, you want to know that. But the main thing you have to do is just shut up and listen, man. Learn, take notes, write down the precepts, study. When you're watching the live streams, grab your Bible, man. Go to the precepts they're quoting, write them down, and highlight them in your Bible, man. Okay? You have to humble down, as Yahushua said. You have to humble down as a child. Okay? You have to, be taught as a babe, man. You don't know nothing. Okay? You don't know nothing. Be swift to hear, and let thy life be sincere. Not people's lives ain't sincere, man. The only ones that's attempting to live a sincere life is the remnant, which we hope and pray to be. And with patience, that means suffer. Give answers. So again, you have to be calculated. Think about what you're going to ask. Ask yourself that question, and then ask if the question that you're going to ask, if it's completely just has a lot of detail, if it's to the point, if it makes sense, and also is it going to give you growth? Is it going to be fruitful for you? And also, if the question is done for a lesson, is it going to be fruitful and give growth to other people that's going to hear it? Okay? Verse 12. If thou have understanding, answer thy neighbor. If not, lay thy hand upon thy mouth. So this is what this Jake should have did. It should have just shut the hell up. Go to, specifically to GMS and like-minded brothers. Watch the videos, learn, take notes. Build yourself up. Not just for no damn week or month. Sit back. Because you can just you can put GMS or whatever camp and then put the question. More than likely, 9 times out of 10, the video is going to pop up. Okay? Then, pray for the Lord to unlock the understanding, give you the wisdom and knowledge, and also for what you want to get educated in His truth. And more than likely, the Lord will put the Spirit on the prophet to bring forth that edification. Okay? But again, this Jay should have laid a hand on his mouth, because why? Verse 13, Sirach 5, verse 13. One of the main points. Honor and shame, okay? Honor and shame is in talk, and the tongue of man is his fall. So we hope to have honor, because what we do is not of our own will, is not of our own might. What we speak is not of our own thoughts, is not of our own intelligence that we have gained on our own. The Lord gave it to us. So we hope to have honor. And what this Jake is speaking is shame. Because everybody wants to be somebody. Everybody wants to have some type of following, some type of acknowledgement, some type of status in this society, some type of just, I'm important. So the one main way everybody perceives they can accomplish that goal is by coming at and towards who'd another? The Hebrew Israelites. Because we are the talk of the town. This is the only true thing, the only true factor that is of righteousness, that nobody can annihilate those that the Lord has established and set up, man. If you understand what I'm saying. So everybody that wants to be somebody, wants to have some type of importance and name, they come against us. So Abanawa Ratazah, man, I hope and I pray that this was edifying, uplifting, and informative to the true sincere Aki and Wa Akwaf. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom.